Hey guys, welcome back. Merlin here, and today we're going to be doing a. Just a second. There we go. Okay, so I know it's been a while since I've been on Twitch, and for those of you who are joining me on YouTube, I'm going to be doing kind of like I want to say, twofer. I'm going to be hitting my old Twitch channel along with my new YouTube channel, kind of merge the two together, kind of bring two communities together. And with that being said, I did remember that since I have Amazon Prime, I do have do turn that down a little bit. I do have Twitch Prime for free, so I got the new Liliana's Legion deck, and that is what we're going to be checking out today. Sorry, guys, it keeps going over there. So give me just a second. Let me check, make sure everything's functioning correctly, more or less, anyways. And I do apologize for the big empty square in my screen. Normally there is a picture of my beautiful face. No, 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 no. But yeah, normally there's a picture of me in the corner there. I haven't quite got that set up yet. Everything's kind of settings are all over the place, so kind of bear with me for this stream. So I have not altered this deck at all. This is how I got it, and let's take a look at it. There's going to be two Spectral Sailor, two Foulmire Knights, two Callous Dismissal, two Fairy Duelist, one DreadHorde Invasion, four Lazotep Reavers, three Avon Eternal, two Winged Words, three Murder, like I really need any more murders, trust me. Two Gleaming Overseer, one Sphinx of Foresight, two Night Veil Predators, three Eternal Skylords, two Unexplained Vision, one Enter the God Eternals, one Commence the Endgame, one Gravewalker, and one, this is the key of the whole deck, and probably, possibly will make the whole deck worthwhile, Liliana DreadHorde General. I got 10 Island, 11 Swamp, and 4 Dimir Guild Gates. Okay. Now I am in, I think I'm still in gold tier 4, I think? So, that is where we're going to test this. And what a place to test it, I tell you. Because, I mean, there's been times where I've been knocked so flat in gold I had to roll down my socks to shit. It was so bad. Okay. So let's roll into it. I'm not sure how this deck is going to run, but with any luck, knock on wood, it'll run just fine. Okay. So, we drew into Avon Eternal, Eternal Skylord, and Murder. It's not like we don't have the land for it, but I don't like the fact that we have nothing to play for at least 2 turns. But that's what these tests are for. Okay, so Dimir Guildgate. Ooh. Let's take a look-see at some of these cards. Okay, so when Avon Eternal enters play, amass 1, amass 2 from Eternal Skylord, and zombie tokens you control have flying. I could see where that would be, primo for this deck. And thankfully, I have a little time to kind of build up that kind of force. And this spell costs 1 less if you control a creature with flying, and I get to draw 2 cards. Okay, so we're going to need to kill her off quick, fast, and in a hurry. So, we have the mana. We're going to blow her ass away. Murder. I really didn't want to waste my murder spell on such an easy, nail target. But, is what it is. I need to start getting a little more offensive, though, so we're going to play my last land. When Gleaming Overseer enters the battlefield with mass 1, zombie tokens you control have Hexproof and Menace. Yeah, I can see that. So we're going to play Gleaming Overseer. So now she can't blow it up, and she can't block it except by throwing 2 or more creatures in front of it. So I can kind of see how this deck builds upon itself. This gives Hexproof and Menace. This gives Flying. And this just kind of shits out another one. Yeah, come on through, dude. Alright, another land. We're going to drop Eternal Skylord. He's going to amass 2. That just became a 3. And that's the only one we're going to swing with. Okay, so only zombie tokens I control have flying. That's okay, because this has flying when it comes into play. With any luck here. Not quite sure how I'm going to play it out here. Check something really quick while he's making his move. Send a little shout out in the chat section there below. Okay. Yep, Healing Hawk's going to come at me. Hopefully I can kind of deal enough damage to keep him on the offensive. Or pretty soon, hopefully, knock him back to the defensive if I do enough damage to kind of drain some points here. Well, if I had one more mana, that would have been perfect. Alright, so Aven Eternal. Do you have a counterspell in there? Yay? Nay? Anything? Nope. Alright. So that just became a 4/4 once the amass goes through. While I wait for my opponent to make their move there. Thank you. Alright, Winged Word. So that should cost 2 mana now. And I'm going to get to draw 2 cards. Okay, that amasses 1. That's just a free, easy block. Okay, so my enchanted creature can't attack, can't block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. That's okay. Because there's 5 damage. I still have a 2/2 to block that bird if he decides to get kind of gutsy there. Now, for those of you watching me on Twitch, if you have noticed, I will have changed my name. I've changed it several times here. I'll be the first to admit. But I changed it to match my YouTube name just to kind of avoid confusion. So my new name on Twitch is now Merlin001200. Kind of a throwback to when I first started playing with computers. My name was on there Merlin001200. So kind of a throwback, just for the shits and the giggles. Alright, so till my next turn, my creature gets -2, -0. So let's see how big we can make this little zombie. And with that being said, the whole point of this video was to see, is this deck, that they're giving out for free. No one looks a gift horse in the mouth, if it's free, is it worth it? And as we can see, this is gold tier, standardized, competitive, ranked play. So, God, that was a mouthful. So, as you can see, well, that hurt. I don't have really I want to say remedy for that one, but this is a testing, is it worth having? Now, I did get another deck from Twitch Prime shortly before, shortly after I joined or linked my Twitch Prime to my Amazon, and that was the Aurelia Boros deck. Now, that deck, it just couldn't hold itself up. It was too heavy in one section or another. And thank you, Giant Killer. Now, I want him to play something I can blow up. But I don't know if he's actually going to do that or not. Alright, so we're going to swamp. We're going to throw in Fairy Duelist. Just give me some form of blocker here. Thankfully, though, since he's wasted Giant Killer, he can't do that ability again, off from that card anyways. Let's see. Anyone else think Time Wape was a little bit too OP? Just a little. Okay, so she's going to summon that.
And it will offer assistance.
I am very quickly going to blow that up as soon as I'm able. Mu Yan Ling Sky Dancer, huh? Alright. So we're going to blow that up. No more 4/4, please and thank you. Come on. Okay, that'll do it. Hypnotic Sprite. What I'm probably going to do is do like a one-time or one match for this video. Okay, so draw 2 cards. Okay, so it's going to make a 2/2. The spell can't be countered, can't be stopped, so let's have it go through here. Just for the shits and the giggles. So I got a 2/2. We're going to swamp. We're going to drop Winged Words. Okay, so I'm going to have to kill off that bird, which looks like I have the ability to now. No attacks. Okay. So, with that being said, okay, yes. Come on through, bird. I can't stop you. But thankfully, after he kills my little 2/2 off there. Okay, so I would amass 2. But first, I'm going to deal with that bird. Okay, return target non-land permanent to an owner's. Okay, so that's what he did. He popped it. Alright, so we're going to do that. I don't have the mana for Eternal Skylord, and as you can see, the deck, if it has a full head of steam towards the beginning, that full head of steam quickly wears out after a while. I'm not going to swing. As you can see, the deck really didn't, and it's not really living up to the kind of like promise. I would expect, or I wouldn't expect a great deck for free. You know, no one gets, you know, gives out good free shit. It's kind of like a taster or a teaser to what this deck could do. That's why they give us Dimir Guildgates instead of, say, Watery Grave or, let's see, yeah, Watery Grave I think is the only blue-black dual land right now. I don't think we have any of the temples right now for that color scheme. Yes, come on through, bird. Oh, let me guess. Oh, and it lost flying. Okay. Okay, so as we can see, this deck does not really hold water. Once she figured out where to stop me, yeah, that was kind of it. Right now, if I had a Sega, there'd be someone sitting there, game over. Alright, so we're going to cast this for its adventure cost. Hopefully with any luck, unless he counters it. Nope. Alright. You amass 1. I don't have the mana. Oh, I do have the mana to play you. Alright. Looks to me like he might have something in play to do something. Alright, go ahead and tap it. That's fine. Sure, go ahead. Okay, and basically what it comes down to is I'm just going to concede. because this deck just isn't holding up to what I would have expected it to be. But then again, being as it's free, what can I expect? I'm not saying the deck is absolute garbage, because it's not. If we look at it, it's actually relatively good. But what it's missing is it's missing uh, just watery graves. It's missing more of these DreadHorde creatures, especially like if you have more DreadHorde invasions. Like at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and amass 1. Whenever a zombie token you control with power 6 or greater attacks, it gains lifelink. So if we look over here, let's see. I do have more Aven Eternals, which the deck could use more of. Let's see. I have Crush Descent, counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. Again, the amass ability comes into play. Let's see. The deck runs 1 Sphinx of Foresight. I could think of a couple of cards to replace that with that would actually, help in the grand scheme of things, like Totally Lost, return or put target non-land permanent on top of its owner's library. Another Commence the Endgame. That would definitely help. Let's see here. There's Finale of Revelation. Draw X cards if X is 10 or more. Instead, shuffle your graveyard into your library. Draw X cards, untap up to 5 lands, and you have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. And then if we go into black, where there should be, a shit ton of these little zombie things, there's Dread Malkin. It has Menace. Put another creature or sacrifice another creature or planeswalker. Put 2 +1/+1s, +1/+1 counters onto Dread Malkin. That is one ugly ass cat. Anyways, there's also, I have 2 more Foulmire Knights. There's Gutter Bones. Let's see. Okay, so I only have the 1 Dreadhorde Invasion. Kind of a bit of a letdown. Let's see. So I have the maximum amount of Lazotep Reavers. Let's see. There's always Vampire Opportunist. Doesn't really fit the amass scheme, but what's this? Okay, so there's Ayara, First of Lochthwain. Whenever Ayara, First of Lochthwain, or another battle or black creature enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life. You gain 1 life. There's always life gain or dealing damage relatively easily. There's Vizier of the Scorpion. Whenever Vizier of the Scorpion enters the battlefield, amass 1 zombie tokens you control now have Death Touch. That would fit great into this deck. Let's see. I only have 1 Spawn of Mayhem, so that really won't, do anything. But as far as that's like the most I have for the amass mechanic, in all, fairness. So it's kind of really one of those things where it's like, eh. I mean, it's free, but at the same time, it's kind of, they didn't really, I don't feel they put as much effort into it as they could have. Like, instead of giving me a 1 of Sphinx of Foresight, they could have given me, they could have given me cards that keep with the amass mechanic. Like Spectral Sailor, that's really kind of really coming at me out of left field, Foulmire Knight, still a zombie, still kind of serves a purpose. And then there's Gravewaker. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Yeah, yes and no. I mean, Enter the Gods Eternal. Enter the Gods Eternals deals 4 damage to target creature, and you gain life equal to the damage dealt this way. Target player puts the top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard. Amass 4. That amassing, adds up after a while. And if you can get a lot of cards to amass, like there's 3 Eternal Skylords, there's 3 Aven Eternals. There's 4 Lazotep Reavers. There's a DreadHorde invasion. There's Callous Dismissal. And then you go down to, yeah, not commence the end game. Yep, commence the end game doesn't amass. There's Liliana herself. She creates a 2/2 black zombie creature token. -4, each player sacrifices 2 creatures. -9, each opponent chooses a permanent they control of each permanent type and sacks the rest. And whenever a creature you control dies, draw a card. That's really not a bad ability in the grand scheme of things. And I mean, now that I have this deck, I might start tooling around with the amass mechanic. Not by too much, but still, just for the shits and the giggles. And with that being said, guys, I realize on Twitch, this is kind of like a really short video. And on YouTube, this might be kind of a little bit of a longer video. So it's kind of finding that happy balance just for the shits and the giggles. But with that being said, I want to thank my viewer on Twitch for stopping by. And if you like what I'm doing, hit the follow button and give me a shout out in the chat section below. Also on YouTube, if you like the videos I'm doing, hit the subscribe button below. Hit the like button so help support the channel. Also, give me a shout out in the comment section below. And if anybody sees anything that they would like me to do in the future, like a video on a certain deck type, a certain deck archetype, or just a planeswalker they want to spotlight on, or a card that they want to see if it could actually work in the deck strategy, just give me a shout out, and I'll see you guys on my next upload.